Hey Mike, what's up? You look pretty dejected.
I don't know.
That was a great wedding though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the bride was gorgeous, the groom was handsome, the bridesmaids were beautiful, and the groomsmen were groomsmen.
Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
What's up? Why are you so discouraged?
Well, I just don't know how I can possibly ever have such a great wife as Travis does someday. I mean, how could it ever happen?
You know what? Don't worry. It is possible. With this amazing book called Courting for Homeschool, for Dummies. Here you go. I've got it here. I've got a copy for you and a copy for me. And you can see right here, it's right there, what it looks like.
Yeah, right. Do they really have a book like this, though?
Of course they do. You're holding it right in your hand.
Wow. This is unreal.
I know, it's amazing. And you know what's crazy? Travis and Hidee use this extensively in their relationship. They basically followed it right on every single point. I'll tell you their story as I go through the book. Their story and the making of a great marriage all starts a long time before they meet each other.
How so?
Well, both Travis and Hidee were very hard workers. They spent a lot of time taking away with working hour after hour on schoolwork.
Well, that just sounds boring. What happened next?
Don't make the mistake of thinking that the schoolwork was not important, Mike. It was crucial because it was the very thing that brought them together. You see, Travis and Hidee met online.
Well, online? But I thought they were Christians.
That's true. How else would you expect homeschoolers to meet? Because Travis and Hidee were in the same chemistry class. Through some of the forums, they discovered that they were both from Canada. The class they were doing had mostly American students, and so they quickly started chatting. Gradually, however, chatting became less and less about just chemistry and more about how they might have chemistry. Until it became apparent they had a real love for each other. Finally, they decided to meet up. Hidee was flying from Calgary, and they were going to meet up at the airport during the layover.
Without asking her parents?
No, Hidee and Travis did ask their parents. Although they did meet online, they didn't throw all the caution to the wind. They both asked their parents if it would be fine for them to meet up. After getting their parents' approval, they met up at the airport, and Travis definitely put on the charm. He acted as her own private airport security. He carried her bags for her, making sure that everyone was being to her. He even opened doors for her. And finally, he even bought an ice cap for her at Tim Hortons. Nobody really knows where Travis and Hidee started to fall in love, but I suspect it was as they stared into each other's eyes while listening to Jesse talk. About a recent formula he had developed to calculate the forces of stress upon a loaf of bread while cutting it with a steel or aluminum blade, and an implication that has a human civilization of homeostasis.
So how was it for Hidee and Travis holding such a long-distance relationship? Wouldn't it put a lot of strain on things?
It would, but before we do that, I want to give you a quick tip, and that is when you're in a foreign situation, remember that it's helpful to have a talkative chaperone so that it's less awkward when you were staring into each other. Travis and Hidee and Jesse demonstrated that perfectly. But they did have a lot of difficulties to go through. And for many other couples who would ruin their relationship. But because Travis and Hidee's love was really cemented together as well as their time over the summer, they survived a lot of storms.
What kind of difficulties?
One of the greatest difficulties was the amount of unwanted attention they were getting at school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see, with their good looks and brilliant minds, who wouldn't be chasing after them?
That's why they have different sidewalks for boys and girls at that school.
Exactly. It's a matter of national safety. As a matter of fact, college security had to start using cattle prods to motivate collapsed victims off the sidewalk. But Travis was not without his share of difficulties either. Although his were partially his fault.
Why is that?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what it was about, but I think it was something to do with Travis always looking for a missing beach ball.
Does anyone see my beach ball? It's about that big! Take it went that way!
I'm not sure if Travis ever found his missing beach ball, but they did end up finding him.
They? Well, who's they?
Them!
Well, that's good and all, Jim. But how do you put the puck in the net, get the horse over the jump, and finally get the ring on it?
That's a great question, Layne. If you turn to Appendix 1 in the back of your book, called Proposal Planning, you'll find some helpful tips. You see, getting to a secluded and beautiful spot like Travis and Hidee did is only part of the challenge here. The real difficulty arises with the actual proposal. That's why this book has a fail-proof method that will guarantee success. It's easy to remember by the acronym YES. Y stands for UNEO. Using the tried and true proposal stance is both practical and effective. E stands for entreat. By any means necessary. Put your best foot forward. This is the only chance you have.
But Jim, what would the words? What are the magic words you need?
I'm not sure exactly what Travis said because my security cameras failed that moment. But if you, looking at their personalities, I figured it would have been something like this. Although, I know, are you kind of wondering what the S stands for, Mike? The S stand is the most important part. It stands for seal it. Their traditional method is for a passerby to take a picture of the happy couple.
So what are you guys doing?
He proposed.
It's what?
We're getting married.
Oh, that's great.
Next picture.
It's like just draw.
That is pretty amazing.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Mike. I'm 100% sure it'll work for you. I mean, Travis and Hidee, they went on in life. Travis became the lead mathematician and economist for Wycliffe Bible translators, as well as leading the Tinsdale Honeybees to Stanley Cup victories. Whereas Hidee went to start a new hospital in Calgary while training all the horses at Spruce Meadows. Now, in addition, they maintained a perfect home attendance record, having every meal together and raising 20 super ninja monkey children. This is Travis and Hidee that we're talking about.